topic I chose to do was self-image, and I chose this because I think it's something that's really big in today's society and that everybody thinks about, whether you're a teenager or an older adult. And I decided to talk about this topic because I wanted to know how it affects all kinds of different characters. So the first book I read was The Color Purple, and Alice Walker is the author of this, and it's about a girl named Celie, and basically the whole book is about letters that she's writing to God, and she has really low self-worth and self-esteem because she was raped by her father and who killed her kids, and so she just feels really awful about it. The second book is A Prayer for Owen Meany, and Owen really has to deal a lot with his self-worth because he feels like he's an instrument from God, but he never grows taller than 5 feet. He has huge ears, a sharp, pointy nose, and everybody just kind of looks down on him for that. The second character is Reverend Merrill, and his stutter is kind of a barometer for how he's feeling. When he's really nervous, he stutters a lot, and when he feels secure, he kind of feels or speaks firmly and smoothly. I came across a poem called I Will Be Me by Taryn O'Brien, and she begins by explaining the perfect girl who she calls she, and then explains her, who she calls me. And one of the hardest hitting lines from that poem is, sometimes I will cry, I will always be broken, but I will be real. I will be strong, I will be courageous, I will be me, me who is much more than she. Another thing that I found was an artistic experiment by Shelby Tisji, and she basically took girls and put painter's tape across half their face and put heavy makeup on one side and left the other side the same, and included a line about how they feel about themselves. A third source is The Lion King, and it kind of begins by, Simba really feels bad about himself once he kills his father and feels like he's worthless, and so he goes and runs away, but then finds he is needed when the kingdom needs him, so he comes back and feels better about himself. And there are many similarities between all of these texts, that you shouldn't conform to society and that you should embrace your differences and love who you are, but there's also differences that self-image can come from what society thinks of you, but it can also come from how you see yourself. So there are both positive and negative connotations to self-image, and I better understood how people are affected by what other people think of them, and also how the people around them are affected depending on how you see yourself. And everybody deals with it differently. And so basically what I learned is that it doesn't always have to be physically how you see yourself, about your self-image, but about the experiences you go through and how you just generally feel about yourself. Like, the experiences you go through can make you feel worse about yourself, or there are things that can in turn make you feel better about yourself.